What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here. Hope you're having a good day and welcome back to another edition of the world's first. Of course, you're still enjoying the series. Please go and hit that like button. Now today, of course, we got ourselves the playoff extravaganza. We're going to have at least 2 matches, maybe even 3, if we're able to get past Sunderland in this semi-final round. And then, if we do that, we'll take on either Stoke or Sheffield United to decide who goes up into the Premier League. And that, of course, has been the stated goal since day 1 of this save, to try and get Sheffield FC up into the Premier League. Will we be able to do that this year? I certainly hope so. This was a year of achieving above and beyond what I thought we could have done. In fact, we almost could have been up there automatically had it not been for a little bit of a gaffe on the last day. But playoffs it is, and playoffs are what we're going to have to deal with. I'm sure we'll have a decent enough squad to take down Sunderland. Hell, we pulled 4 points from them this season alone. Who's to say we can't do it again in the playoffs? Let's take a look at the lineup for this first match at the Stadium of Light. So this is how it's going down. Dionisio Silva in net. Wesley, Martinez, Nelson, and Bola. Unfortunately, all 4 of them yellow card issues because, well, they just like to foul people. But in the middle of the park, Neil Cooper, Win Stanley, Jakob Moen, and Jack Steele. Unfortunately, Jack Steele is the only left mid that I can use at this point in time. Same with Neil Cooper being the only right mid I can use. If either one of those goes down, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. So hopefully, knock on wood, they are able to stay fit for the rest of this season. And then, of course, up top, Stephen Edwards, Liam O'Neill, the strike force that got 66 goals during this regular season. Hopefully they can bag a few more in today's episode and see us through to the Premier League. But of course, it all remains to be seen. Let's go out there for the first leg against Sunderland. Let's kick off and see what happens. I mean, as I said before, we have gone above and beyond expectations this season. It's great that we're even in the playoffs to at least have a chance of reaching our stated goal, getting up to the Premier League. If it takes one more season, then so be it. But if we can do it now, then let's try and do it now. It's a long free kick to Sunderland, just 11 minutes on. It's a good clearance away, but unfortunately not deep enough as Sunderland are coming forward. That's a decent looking cross. Ref, was he offside? He unfortunately was not offside, and Sunderland take the early lead 1-0 after 12 minutes. Let's take a look at that in the 3 dimensions. I love it when it happens for me, but I absolutely hate it when it happens against me. It's a long, deep cross to the middle/far post, and it gets knocked into the back of the nets. Corner kick for us now. Neil Cooper getting inside, flicks it on to Martinez. Oh, I think that bounced off of O'Neill, but then it hit the head of Andrew Martinez, the center back, sitting in the box. It's 1-1 just 5 minutes later. Get in, boys. That's that all-important away goal, if away goals even matter in this competition. If so, then that's right there, a crucial away goal. Andrew Martinez, great hit, son. Now on the other end, Sunderland with a corner. About 7 minutes left in this half. They only clear it about center of the pitch, but they get it through. They slip it through. It's a really good through ball. Defense couldn't close this guy down. Miguel Azevedo makes it 2 for Sunderland as they get themselves the lead right back. I mean, defensively, look how far up we were playing. We were playing everybody at the top of the box. Of course they were going to have a runner just to slip behind the defense, and of course they're going to get a goal out of it. So you know how I was saying everybody on the back line was a yellow card liability? Well, as you can see, most everybody else on the pitch is a yellow card liability. 6 yellow cards. It's great that we got that corner goal, but now we need to tighten up on the back line. We cannot allow Sunderland to score anymore. We need to counter. We need to get goals of our own. Ball through, and Stephen Edwards is injured. O'Neill through to Jack Steele. If he can just find one more pass. O'Neill to Moen. Jakob Moen really needed to do a lot better opportunity with that. Oh, so to add insult to injury, Stephen Edwards is now out, which means O'Neill is going to have to swap over that side. Now Anthony Steer is going to have to come in and take over that role as a deep-lying forward. Either we'll have to make him a poacher. We'll make him a poacher on attack, but yeah, Stephen Edwards going down is a major blow. Out to Steer. We still have 17 minutes left to go. It's a nice ball to Steele, to O'Neill, and there it is. What a great cross in from Jack Steele to Liam O'Neill to knot this match up with 17 minutes left to go. The ball was being played around the middle a ton. No one really wanted to keep possession until Jakob Moen set this attacking movement up. Out to Steele, into O'Neill, and just like that, it's all level. Oh, are Sunderland gonna do it? Are Sunderland going to get a goal this late in the match? We're just about to go into stoppage time. Hackett, yep, there it is. Oh, man, that was a minute long worth of passing from Sunderland to set all that up, and I could just feel as soon as they kept moving the ball slowly down the pitch, going up the wing, and then taking it to the byline, goal. Almost certain, 95, 99% out of the time, that's a goal. And just like that, Sunderland are going to come away 3-2 winners here. And there it is, full time, 3-2 to Sunderland. There were 3 FM goals in this game. Unfortunately, 2 of them happened to Sunderland, 1 of them happened to us. Didn't really counteract anything else. But we're going back home, which is somewhat of a little bit of comfort since we are at home. Maybe we could pick this up. But one thing's for certain, I'm not going to be using the 4-4-2. This is a team that we went undefeated against during this season. Not beating them this time around is an utter disgrace. Thank you, Sunderland. Thank you, Mackems, for hacking my players down. And now Stephen Edwards is out with a broken ankle. 3 months. He's not coming back. Those dirty fuckers. I said I wasn't going to play 4-4-2. We need to come out and get goals. And what better way than to get goals than to come out with a 4-3-3? We need to put Sunderland on their back foot if we want to come away and get to the final. So this is how we're going to line up. Dionisio Silva, of course, staying in net. Marsh Brown, Martinez, Parker, Bola along the back line. The 3 midfielders, Jakob Moen as the DM, O'Donnell and Winstanley taking over as the 2 CMs, and then 3 strikers up front, Steer, O'Neill, and Bassett, with Mike McGinty, the new guy who just came in January, sitting on the bench because he is a little tired from his under 21 match, I guess, but he fits a false 9 role almost to a T. So I'm going to have him try and back up and hopefully, take over for somebody that is not as fit in the later stages. So hopefully we come away with it and see ourselves through to a playoff final to get to the Premier League. But there's only one way to find out, guys. Let's kick off. See what happens. At this point in time, it is a do-or-die situation. O'Donnell through to Bassett. Already 3 minutes on, we have ourselves in attacking position. Bassett, if he can just get across into O'Neill, bouncing around the box. We had a chance. It was in the 6-yard box, but it just gets cleared away. O'Donnell poor in the challenge, but Silva there with another save. He's putting in some work. Nice win of the ball back from Winstanley. It's in his name. Bola out on the wing, gets the ball inside to Anthony Steer, the not often used. Oh, I can't say anything. He's offside. To Bassett, back to Winstanley. It's out to Bola. It's good crossing distance for Bola to Liam O'Neill, who heads it on, and there it is. There's the equalizing goal. 36th goal of the season for Liam O'Neill. It's 1-0 on the day and 3-3 on aggregate. And I just checked. Away goals don't count. Yes, in a competition such as this, in a playoff such as this, away goals do not count. We need to win outright. So as it stands, we'd be going to extra time. Once again, Bola out on the wing, gets a cross in, but it's cleared away. Back out to Bola, back inside to Anthony Steer. He gets it! Get in, boys! Anthony Steer, the not often used striker, finally gets his goal, and he puts us up 2-0 and 4-3 on aggregate. 7 minutes left to go in this half. A lot of football to be played, but some great passing. The defense left completely clueless on that, as Steer is the first one to touch it and put it in the back of the net. You know what? It took a little bit just to get everything started, about 10-15 minutes, but now that we're moving, I feel like we're going to see this match out, so I'm not going to change anything at halftime right now. But like I said, I do have my wingers on the bench in case I want to drop down to a 4-4-2 and at least try to shut up shop. But as it stands right now, we're golden. A Sunderland highlight, ball coming inside Parker, out to Llewellyn, defense needs to be helped. Marsh Brown, good clearance away. Oh man. Now we're going to switch to the 4-4-2, which means that Bassett is going to come off for Jack Steele. I want to say Moen and Winstanley are doing well enough. Winstanley should be coming out. Dave West is going to come on for him. Both of them, they'll switch up places. And then Gerard O'Donnell can play. He can, in fact, play out on the right, but I want someone that is a proper right mid. So Neil Cooper is going to do that. He's going to do the job there. And then, actually, now that I think about it, I have 2 defensive mids. We're going to play them both in a defensive mid role because shut up shop, boys. We want to get the win. So this is what we're going to go with. Counter Don't pump the ball into the box. In fact, just get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of all of this, and lower the tempo. Yeah, more direct passing, and we should be good here. So we're going to go with this for the last 17 minutes. Hopefully shutting up shop will give us this victory, but it all remains to be seen. Ball out, 14 minutes left. They're going to cross it in. Ugh. Get it out, boys. Get it out. Cleared away. Good save from Silva. 2 minutes of time on the stoppage clock. It's pretty much come and gone. 5 seconds left. We're going to defense our way. We're going to turtle our way to victory. And we're going to go through to the playoff final. We're going to Wembley for a chance to get ourselves up to the Premier League. It's 2-0 on the day, 4-3 on aggregates. Now the big question is, who are we going to be facing? All right, so the second semifinal is going to be playing right now. Stoke have a 1-0 lead over Sheffield United. I'm actually crossing my fingers so we could play Stoke, because if we play Sheffield United, we are going to be without Neil Cooper, which means without Neil Cooper, we're not playing a 4-4-2. We're going to be playing a 4-3-3, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be playing Stoke in the final. They beat Sheffield United 1-0 on this day, so 2-0 on aggregate. It's Sheffield FC. It's Stoke. It's the playoff final to get into the Premier League. Get hype, boys. And we get Charlie Lakin back, so even better. We have an upgrade on the left wing now. Whole team meeting. I don't want my team hating me, so I'm saying no. Sell out. Sell out. A Wembley sellout for Sheffield and Stoke. That's amazing. All this support. You know they're mostly Stoke fans. Come on, let's be real here. They're mostly Stoke fans. I'm going to be absolutely honest here with you guys. I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous about this outcome because if we win, we achieve our goal. We get up to the Premier League. But if we lose, we got to do it all over again. We got to spend a whole nother year in the championship. So that's why this is a really important moment. That being said, this is what the lineup's going to be. We're back to the 4-4-2, what's won us all those games, all this season. It all comes down to this. Dionisio Silva in net. Wesley, Martinez, Parker, Bola, the back line. Cooper, Winstanley, Moen, Lakin. We finally get Lakin back. And then the rest of that midfield, the stalwart midfield that has won us a lot of games. And up front, Liam O'Neill is still there. Of course, Stephen Edwards out with his broken-ass ankle. Needs to be replaced by Mike McGinty. We do have Anthony Steer on the bench, but McGinty, I feel, is ready. He's young, but he's ready. Like I said, we do have Anthony Steer just in case he isn't. So that being said, let's cross fingers. Let's kick off. And I'll see you on the other side. So not traditional, but we're playing in our blue shirts today since Stoke are technically the home team here at Wembley. Maybe we can get a little blue shirt magic? Who knows? But I can tell you one thing. Losing out on Stephen Edwards is going to hurt a lot. Just about 19 minutes in, we get ourselves our first highlight. Mark Bola getting himself across into the box. Yes! Oh, it's the most unlikeliest of goals. It just happens to be his first goal of the season. Mark Bola putting us up 1-0 after 19 minutes. Let's take a look at that on the replay. Off of the throw-in, Lakin, he's being mugged by two guys. That's really what you should do for the wingers. Bola throws it up in an apparent cross attempt. I don't care. That ball probably could have rebounded to McGinty and it still would have gone into the net. Neil Cooper now. We could double our lead here. Ball falls to McGinty to Lakin, who takes a shot. Ball bounces off Martinez. It's 2-0 to Sheffield. Get in, boys. It's his third of the season. And we're just starting to fly high. Stoke may have the more powerful team, but we are getting all sorts of luck on our side. Look at that. The ball falls right to McGinty, who then lays it off to Lakin, somehow slots it through three defenders to Ander Martinez, who's onside, and puts it into the back of the net. Doubles the lead, and we're feeling a little bit more comfortable now. I almost feel scared to make any changes at this point in time. We're doing decent. We're doing well enough to see ourselves with the lead at halftime. Can we hold it down for the next 45 minutes? I'm going to turtle. I'm just going to say right now, 20 minutes, if we're still up 2-0 or even 2-1, I'm going to just turtle. I'm not going to take any chances. McGinty running with the ball, gets it out to Neil Cooper on the wing. He does have a couple of blue shirts bombing forward. Oh, man, it would have been another cross goal, but it goes off the crossbar. All right, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go more controlling. We're We're going to be more disciplined. Keep the ball. Don't lose it. Ball bouncing around the middle of the park here in the 56th minute. Nobody really wants to keep possession. Ball through to Lakin, though. It's game over. It's game over, boys. It's the third goal. Charlie Lakin with his 10th of the season. And we're 3-0 up here at Wembley. We're going to go up to the Premier League, boys. There's still 34 minutes left to go in this match, but for all intents and purposes, you can put this on ice. It's all over. We're going up to the Premier League, boys. Get in. Through to Winstanley, McGinty to O'Neill. Oh, don't let this be a fourth. This is going to be a fourth. Out to Lakin, who crosses in into McGinty. It's, oh my God. And I was so nervous about this match, too. I was so nervous about this match. And Stoke, admittedly, they are still the better team. They have more powerful players than us. But we are just executing. We are getting lucky with our crosses. Once again, it goes through 3 guys. And they don't clear it away. And we come away with a goal. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
It's like, we're not going to turtle at this point in time. I mean, we could give up a goal. 19 minutes left, and Stoke finally get one. They finally score a goal, but the scoreline is still in favor of us. 20 minutes, 19 minutes left on the clock. Yes, that's a little bit of a defensive breakdown. I can live with it. We're still up by 3. Can we bomb ourselves forward? O'Neill, can he just add insult to injury? It goes to McGinty, the youngster, coming in for Stefan Edwards. He's only played 3 games, but he gets 4 goals in those 3 games. McGinty is one for the future, guys. McGinty is going to be a star striker somewhere down the line, if not for us, but definitely a championship level striker. And it's a foregone conclusion at this point in time. We're in the Premier League. We've achieved our goal this season. God, my throat still hurts. And there it is. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We did it. Hey, boys, we did it. 5-1. 5-effing-1. No words. I mean, I'm gonna let the scoreline tell the story. 5-1 against a team that was admittedly a lot better than us. We were going in without our star striker and Stefan Edwards. We had a couple other players that we couldn't play because we loaned them in from Stoke. Alfie Lester being one. And we somehow, some way, get the luckiest of bounces for 3 of those goals and come away victors. Liam O'Neill ends top goal scorer for the season, 32 goals. Stefan Edwards getting 29 on the season. I mean, that really has been the entire story of this season, the strike partnership between Edwards and O'Neill. But as it is, 5-star triumph. Sheffield win in the playoff final. Promoted up to the Premier League, the Barclays Premier League. Liam O'Neill, because of that dumbass hack, he tore his groin. He's going to be out for 8 to 9 weeks, but that's okay. That's okay. He'll be fine in time for the start of preseason. Be fine. Fans jubilant after Stoke result. You know what? Before I even look at the initial budgets, I want to take a look at the club, and I want to take a look at personnel. Personnel, Brian Gendo. Icons. Before this season, we were just in favor of personnel. But after this season, after getting ourselves up to the Premier League, we've now moved up into being icons. I thought we should have been legends. I feel like we should be legends. I mean, for God's sake, we've taken a team from level 8 all the way up to the Premier League. And it took, how many seasons is that? We're in 2027. It took 13 seasons. 12, 13 seasons. Yes, there were a couple of dry spells, a couple of almost got it. But in the end, we were able to get ourselves up into the Premier League. Oh, I can't deal with post-match press conferences right now. For our budget next season. Well, I'm already looking to next season because this is not over. Yes, I did say the original goal was to get up to the Premier League, but now the goal is to see if we could stay up in the Premier League. That is the true test. Can we hang with the big boys? Can we at least hang with the big boys for one season? If we can, then I call it mission accomplished. Then if we can't, at least we say we tried. We at least got to the Premier League. But of course, it all comes down to the players we got to bring in. And there's going to be a ton of overhaul. Believe me, there's going to be a massive amount of change on my starting roster. A lot of players need to be sold. A lot of players, a lot of roles need to be filled. And it's going to take a long off season to try and fit a squad that can stay up in the Premier League. Because as we all know, the Premier League is pretty difficult. But as it stands, at least we got to the top. At least we're in the top flight for next season. Get in, boys. We got a lot of work to do. And I hope that you'll stick around and watch me do it. So then again, next season, Premier League football. Thank you very much for watching this episode. It was heart racing, it was nervous, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked what you saw, go hit that like button. It lets me know that you're still interested in the series. And of course, if you're new to the series and the channel in general, go and hit that subscribe button. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else at all, please in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out. You know what? I think I deserve this after that win.